are currently using Instagram, right? Great.
Right. So before we dive into for what we're actually here is, hi everyone, I am Kimberly. It is really nice to be talking on Engati's webinar and to address a lot of these amazing topics. So I'm back again, and thank you everyone for joining in. It is such a pleasure to host all of you. I have Brendan with me. If you remember Brendan, he was from the e-commerce masterclass. He's here again because he just knew that Instagram was something that I wanted to talk about. And then he was like, hey, I have a couple of things. I have spoken to a lot of people, and we can do like a nice collaboration on other topics. So Brendan, you want to say hi?
Yeah, hi guys, I'm super excited. I'm very eager to reach out to you all, and if you all have any doubts with respect to Instagram and all, definitely I believe this, you can say the seminar is going to be more insightful for you all, and definitely me and Kim are definitely available out over there. If you all have any doubts with respect to any aspect, you all can reach out to us on LinkedIn.
Yes, definitely. So just to set the tone to this conversation, like we were just waiting for everyone to join in, and I'm sure most of us have already either picked up Instagram or WhatsApp and were mindlessly scrolling and checking out various things that have come in, something new, someone's posted a reel or someone's posted something new, an offer going on, or maybe you're going and checking out the posts that you've already saved. So all of these things really sum up to showing how Instagram has really taken a toll on you and me, and also a lot of businesses mind here. Everyone is just trying to hop on trends, trying to get on that reel that is trending, trying to get that audio done, so on and so forth. So what are we going to really do today? We're not going to talk to you about what content you should be posting, because hey, I mean, there are a lot of people already doing that. We are not going to tell you about what ideas you need to use. We're not going to tell you what visual or what influencer you need to reach out to. We're going to talk to you about how you can grow from where you are right now. We believe that the internet is already very overwhelming and giving you a lot of things as to what you should do, what you should not do, take care of this, take care of that. But hey, we really need to know how can we move from here. And I think growth is something that we at Engati really believe in. And like I always have like this very interesting way of breaking the ice and talking to you guys. Ice breaking strategy has really been like that hidden golden mine for a long time, and Instagram has finally got that for businesses. So we're going to talk to you about that and show it to you, in fact, live in a couple of minutes. But before that, I want everyone to do me like a quick favor. I'm sure everyone has their phones with them already. I want you to go and open your own business brand or business brands that you know of or you have interacted with. I want you to just open any brand that you know, and I want you to take a look at a couple of things which will help me make you understand what really are we going to talk about. Number one is, I believe that you already are on the profile page. Number one is, I want you to take a look at the followership of your page. How many people are actually following you? Is that like a big number, a decent number? Are you doing things behind to really get that number up? Because hey, Instagram really takes a look at that number, right? Number two, I also want, before number two, I want to tell you is that the customers that you are getting or the revenue that you're generating, is that directly proportional to the followership number? That is something for you to think about. Number two, I want to really talk to you about looking at the posts and the products that you're posting on the page. Are these interactive? Are these visually appealing? Is this something that your customers are really looking for? What is going on there? Number three, look at the comment section. When your customers ask you for a query, asking you about the price of the product, the availability or the color of the product, how is their response rate? How are you responding back to them? Are you taking couple of minutes to respond? Are you taking couple of hours? Or is that really going to days? Because hey, I mean, if it's going to days, I am already dropping off. Because if I want something from an Instagram store and I'm like showing interest in that post, in that product, I have already indirectly triggered the Instagram algorithm that is already now going to show me your competitors' products. And if they're quick with responding, you might lose me and you're going to end up buying. I might end up buying from there.
That's great. Thank you very much, Kim, for putting a little bit light on this. But again, if you're talking about a brand prospect, right, there are going to be a few brands who have joined with us right now, wherein if I'm talking with respect to the brand itself, it's difficult to
Yeah.
manage. You can see the logistics, the operations, then to see how the brand maintenance on different social media platforms. So definitely there are going to be instances out over there, like you reach out to a brand out over there and there can be a delay that takes place. I hope that's fine.
Okay. I get it. I see you're trying to really back up all the store owners here. But hey, Brendan, I mean, let's talk about from everyone's point of view. Maybe you put yourself in a customer's point of view and really see if you're not going to get a response in maybe the next minutes. Okay, I can give you minutes. But if I'm not going to get a response, I'm probably back of my mind going to forget about it. And if I'm going to see an ad or a product of your competitor, I might go ahead with that. But all of this, I feel the solution really comes back to automating everything, because everyone is impatient today and Instagram algorithm triggers like crazy. I'm sure everyone on Instagram right now is really behind how algorithms work and how what is new and all of that. We're going to come back to you with that as well. But before that, automation is something and a key that everyone should really consider, because hey, like Brendan said, you might have a lot of operations to take care of. You might have a lot of creativity stuff going on that you need your store up and running. There are a lot of things, maybe your agents are not available at a particular moment, there is a holiday maybe, or maybe you get customers in the night. Don't tell me you're going to sit up with like 10 cups of coffee overnight just to wait to respond to that customer. And probably even if you do, you're definitely not going to be in that state of mind. So what if I tell you that you can actually get someone who's available 24/7, who never gets tired and replies to everything quickly and answers everything? That definitely is right, has to be chatbots, because chatbots are quick, they never get tired. And hey, you can train your chatbots. You can just you can give them live details of whether the product is available, whether the size is available, whether the color is available, if the prices have a drop, if the prices have increased, if there's a sale going on, so on and so forth. And I'm sure all the business owners here will agree is the comment section where everyone asks about the price and details, so on and so forth. If the brand is going to send me a link that I have to go to and I have to take a look at the product again, probably search for the product again, and then check if that is available or no, or check maybe if the color is available or no, or maybe then check the price. And maybe I don't like the price, now you're showing something else on Instagram and your website says something else. It is like a very bad customer experience, and we don't like to navigate from Instagram. We don't want to go out. We're already in a busy mess right now, to looking at how things are being very active and dynamic right now. We don't want to go out of Instagram, which thus increases increased rate in customer dropouts. What do you have to say, Brendan?
I totally agree to the fact that you rightly mentioned about customer dropping off, because I've worked with a few startups that have come out over there, and the hiccup that they're facing right now is, let's assume that a startup has been available. They've just started it like 6 months, 1 year down the line. And there's been instances out over there wherein a startup creates a brand. At the same time, being a startup, they have limited capital that they want to invest in. So what they do is they segregate. So it's going to be a small team, a team of 5-6 people handling social media, handling operation, logistics, and sales. So what if there's going to be instances wherein every business wants to scale? They are going to invest in ad campaigns, right?
Oh. Yeah.
After investing on ad campaigns, people like you, people like me definitely go on DMs, comment, they like the product out.
Mhm.
And then sending them, you can say, just a link, redirecting them to the website, from that to page 2, that to page 3, and then re-engaging with them. Do you think that process isn't it too long?
You've already lost me by even telling me about that.
So that's the major reason of me, you can say, highlighting this out, because definitely I totally agree to a factor, that because again, if I'm talking about these two brands down over here, so these two brands basically are startups. When I'm talking about engaging a user out over here, I reached out to this brand stating that, okay, I am interested for a specific product, but over here, I never received a call.
Oh,
I never received a follow-up message.
and it's been how long?
I am assuming it's more than, you can say, the last message, if you're seeing in the screen, it's 28th March. And today we're on
Wow.
5th.
That is really, really not good experience for anyone.
Precisely. That's the major reason. Because again, if I'm targeting just India as a market, then it's a fair, you can say, playground, when it's okay to, you can say, it won't hamper that much, but still
Yes.
it is going to go if I'm talking about growth. But if your target audience, as you rightly mentioned the start, that if I'm talking about expanding in the UAE region, expanding in US, expanding other parts of the globe,
Yes.
then definitely I have two options. First option is to have a vending machine, have a team who's available out over there sipping coffee shots and cappuccino shots and available 24/7 and not taking a break. Or the second option is an automation software.
Well, definitely you really got the undertone of this message of how frustrating it can be for customers, like you yourself have experienced it. And I really agree with when you said that having a system that really takes care of your messages that come in real time, especially when you're planning to expand, maybe you want to go global. Why stay local? Go global. Come on. So it really takes care of such kind of things. And though these are very tiny things, they do play a major impact on how the customer really responds to your brand. Responding to your brand, I have one thing to say. Like I mentioned in the start, um, I have something personally like this icebreaker thing. So when I meet someone new, I really like to first break the ice, get them comfortable, and then go ahead with the conversation. So, like, say, for example, you are a resort owner, you run like a staycation place, and you have lovely websites, lovely deals going on, but in your Instagram DMs you have something like what's on the screen, these messages that really help trigger the conversation, like a starter point to the conversation. So these could be like very basic things, like normal customers normally ask, like what are the timings, what are any offers running. But hey, you can also use them to maybe start a quiz, maybe just get the conversation going. Like for example, you could ask them if they are a beach person or a mountain person, or you could ask them if they are a coffee person or a tea person. In such cases, what really happens is, even though you might not kind of convert the customer, you are actually building a very good connection with them, a very good relationship with your brand, which they're going to remember. Because I remember a lot of brands who's like asked me personalized things like options, and then later send me deals based on that. And I feel very connected to the brand. So even if I don't go ahead and purchase it, but I might still remember back of my mind, and I'm going to tell my friend out there, like, hey, maybe Mintra send me that coupon because they asked me for summers what I really like, and I said purple, and then they just showed me like few purple pretty dresses. And that is something that is very underlying, I mean, a notion that is not touched. But icebreakers is this one feature that really helps the conversation going. And I think Instagram is all about building a community and making each other a part of the community and really helping each other grow. So icebreakers is one really good feature that I would really like all the people out here to try out. um, the next section, I'm sure Brendan, this is something that is your favorite topic, is talking about ads and how we can actually trigger the consumers who are actually clicking on these ads. And what really happens to that conversation? Supposing I see an ad of the store and I'm really interested in knowing the particular details. How does that work? What are the pros, the cons happening here?
A very good question, because nowadays what happens is definitely people invest on social media ad campaigns, right? Over here, what's going to happen is, if I'm talking about clicking a button, getting a form, which is a traditional way, we have to be prompt, we have to be quick, right? That is the major reason. What we have done is we have put a call to action button.
Mhm.
So let's assume that right now I run an ad campaign on, you can say, Facebook. I run an ad campaign on Instagram. I can have, you can say, a call to action button, and then directly reach out to, you can say, the store itself in their DM. That's one way to slide in the DM, clear my doubts,
Mhm.
and get all my resolutions out over there. Like if I'm have query, if I'm into apparel segments, my shirt, what is the material? You can say what is the quality that comes in. If I'm talking about, you can say, in electronics, what's the battery, or etc. Factors that matter. Everything can be micromanaged out over there and resolved. So this is the second parameter that comes into play. So depending on those aspects also. So a unique factor is, let's assume that you run an ad campaign, a customer showed an interest. When I'm talking about retargeting, there's been instances when you go for a specific segment and on the same day itself, you have got the story on Instagram.
Yes, a lot of time. And I think that's magic though.
Oh yeah, it is a magic of the algorithm, definitely on that. So how it's basically done is that it has a little bit of strategy of retargeting. At the same time, when you're running those stories, we are able to retarget the customer base when you're using a meta. So
Mhm.
that's one of the algorithm parameters which we are able to track. And at that point of time, whenever I'm showing a source of interest of a specific apparel segment or any specific product, you get a reel out over there. You go
Mhm.
in the segment, you check out their Instagram story, you check,
Correct.
or you check on the post.
Mhm.
Now, what if I come down to any customers out over here who's watching this webinar? I go on the story and comment out. Will
Mhm.
you respond to me within 10 seconds? Or will you take 1 hour, 2 hours, or 2 days, like the store that you spoke about in the past?
Right.
These are the catchy points that come into play. So these are small materials or small, you can say, parameters that matter with
Mhm.
respect to marketing and sales.
Yes, definitely. We're going to show all of this live to you in a few minutes. So don't go away. Stay tuned. Few minutes, we're going to show you the live action that Brendan was talking about. If you leave a comment on a story, on a post, how the DM gets triggered immediately within seconds. I didn't say days, I said seconds. And you can actually go ahead with the conversation, right? But Brendan, I have a question for you. And my question is, since I'm a WhatsApp girl, I want to tell you that WhatsApp has payments on the platform itself. Does Instagram have that too, or will you send me outside Instagram, which I don't want to go? So you better have something up.
I promise you that's not the case. Definitely, we at Ingati, we can say we have curated the platform in such a way when, let's assume that a customer comes out over here, they say, okay, I'm interested for a specific product. So the end-to-end journey that you're looking at, from the lead to get initialized, to lead generation, to resolving the doubts and the payment link,
Mhm.
can be accessible out over here. So I've just shared, you can see a screenshot in my background where you can see over there the link for the payment that's available.
Now you got me. Okay. Now I am convinced that Instagram really has it going and has everything figured out. So, like I mentioned, I am not going to keep you guys waiting. We promised that we're going to show you the live demos. So, here it is.
Great. Yeah, thank you very much. Just give me a minute, guys. I'll be presenting my screen on the demonstration.
We're waiting, Brendan. We've been waiting for it since the start. I mean, I really want to see the payment thing because WhatsApp really made it very easy. And now, if you're saying if Instagram can do that, I mean, everyone here is already got the golden tip and need not worry even about anything else now.
So before we go into deep dive into that, I want all my users to do a practice, you can say, or a warm-up session, wherein we are going to help you with a brand out over here. I want you all guys to go on your Instagram handle, message this handle out, and let's see the magic. Because I have a surprise that you can say we were okay with WhatsApp doing, but this is a new feature that we at Ingati have bought. on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just putting, you can say, the store name right now. So the name of the store is Apelio_store. So I'll
Oh,
be putting that in, you can say, the comment section as well, so that it will be accessible to each and every one.
correct. I am on Apelio. Here you go. What's next?
Kim, if you could just start interacting with the chatbot.
Yes, I will. I really like the blue ethnic outfit, so I'm going to request for the price of this one.
Great. So I believe everyone has commented down. I'll just wait for a few seconds more.
Yes.
I am assuming that everyone has, you can say, has commented out over here. So I won't keep you all waiting with the new features out with respect to Instagram, and just deep dive completely into the Instagram automation.
Yes, I have done that, Brendan, already, and I have already gotten the details of the blue ethnic outfit in like less than what, 5 seconds. I think I got that. This is amazing.
How does that feel?
Okay, you getting me convinced. You're gonna make me an Instagram girl now.
So that's the trend, right? So let's assume that I go to a specific store. This is SR store.
Mm-hmm.
I go to a product out over here, and let's say that I comment it out over here. It's like, I like the product. I run an ad campaign. I'm a customer. I come down and I say, price, please, for the product.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So once this goes at the backend itself, over here, I'm going to get a comment or acknowledge message. See, if you see on top, I got an acknowledgement message. Thank you very much for the product. And in my DM itself, I've got a link for the product. So over here, I know exactly what I want. The chatbot knows what I want. It gives me the exact precise information. So this is not any human out over there backend forwarding me a specific segments out or sending me an image of the product. It is a chatbot helping you with the link. I can converse, and I can even get the payment gateway link and close this. As simple as that in my tip of my fingers. This is one of the features. This is, you can see, the post feature that we have on
Correct.
Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the second feature, let's go for this. When I like the post,
Mm-hmm.
price, please. Same format, different aspect altogether of customers coming out, going to your post. Because again, I'm going to reach out to this, you can say, via digital marketing ad campaigns, as we've spoken, Kim.
Yes.
That we run an ad campaign, we go to the story, we go to the post. So this is the second aspect, second approach. I commented on top, price, please.
And
I
you
get
got
the
the
search.
details.
I don't have to wait again.
Price. This is really
So
interesting.
this is not it altogether. So if you see, this is just with I spoke about the post and the stories. Are you aware that in the reel segment also we can do that?
No way. Really? I thought it was just the story and post.
Oh, don't worry on that. I'll just do a live demonstration on the same so that you are able to understand that it is doable. So I just put the price, please, for the specific product, and I will get an acknowledgement message right now. That's the magic that Instagram provides.
Nice. So then no more of the reels where people are just telling you to head to the bio and click on the link and sending you out again. So that's not happening now.
That's not happening now. And to your surprise, if you see, this is not it. I believe since we all have practiced this exercise, the final feature that we had spoken about is about, you can say, broadcast.
Correct.
Sorry to reveal it. But the features that you all were quite, you can say, inclined towards, that's only possible on WhatsApp. It's also then Instagram.
Wow. You want
what
to
we
tell us more about that?
Yeah, precisely. So all the fellows out over there who has reached out to our Instagram handle, right now you're going to experience how a broadcast works.
Mm-hmm.
So customers who have reached out to us, interactive with the chatbot, we can just reach out to them via the Instagram chatbot. That's called as broadcast via Instagram.
Okay, so I have interacted, so I'm going to wait for
You can wait it. You can
my
see.
broadcast. But hey, Brendan, this is really cool stuff. I mean, responding to like the product with just like in few seconds, you get responses. This is like really hooking the customer, which I feel is very important in today's generation where everyone gets distracted really quickly. This is really fun.
So are you basically going to the different stores or the SR stores and booking, you can say adding a specific product to the cart, or just going to the panel out over there?
No, no. I am actually checking out. I was actually on Apelio itself. I was just trying to imitate the story feature as well, which I am getting responses. This really works, huh?
How about the broadcast feature? You can say, I believe you can say you'll receive the broadcast message right now.
Yes, I got the broadcast as well.
Just
Wow.
give me.
So now the broadcast happens even on Instagram. So I mean, everything is basically just happening on Instagram and no one really has to move out of it.
Yes, yes. I believe you can say you might have received, Kim, if you could just check your phone and just present us if you can say you have received the Instagram broadcast campaign out over there.
Yes, I have received the masterclass resources.
Great. Precisely. Awesome. That's great. So this is a broadcast message to all the users out over there who reached out to, you can say our Insta handle might have received this message.
That
So
is
this is a proven strategy.
Wow. This was really a ride and I'm really convinced that this works. Well, now that we know how things really work, I think the biggest next question for all of us here is the first thing that I really asked was how many followers do you have, and is that directly proportional to the orders you're getting? And I think majority of you have said no, because the followers are too much and the orders are very less. So we figured how we're going to take care of after the person as requested for the details and all of that. But how do you really get them to comment on your post or get them to engage? Imagine you are a quick bites store owner, like a nice snack store owner, and you have the most delicious aroma in the kitchen and you have a good following on the gram. And hey, you've originally built this community with all your hard work, putting pictures of your delicious snacks. Your followers love your comment and always comment with heart eye emojis and drooling faces. So now let's turn these into some really good orders coming in. Here's a few things that we've tried and tested that you can do. You could create a post that showcases new flavors of maybe say cupcakes that you've been working on, and like maybe even show like a live recording straight from the kitchen. I mean, everyone is like very curious to know like what happens behind the scenes. So you could do that. You could even provide like a clear call to action in the caption, such as order now and get a free mini cupcake of your choice. Or you could run a contest where you are asking your followers to decide which is the next flavor that you should be coming up with. You can also experiment with giveaways. You can ask them to tag their friends. You can ask them to send them a screenshot to you. You can even appoint influencers for this kind of things. And just like that, you have turned your Instagram followers into cash flow customers. You've turned your followers into customers. You have turned your followers into paying orders. And by building a strong relationship with your followers, you are and providing a crisp, clear, and dynamic call to action, you are incentivizing them. You can now turn your Instagram following into valuable source of income for your business. So you see, now you're 2xing your growth and you are no more stagnant or waiting for why you have so many people liking your stuff, but nobody is really buying. So the tip was the problem was not you. The problem was you, how you reach out to them. So that is pretty much how you're going to get it done. Now that you have a lot of people talking to you, have a lot of people engaging with you, and you really want to keep the connection going, you don't want to break that connection, you have a lot of information with you, you have their names, you have their phone numbers, you have their email IDs, you have a lot of information. And now if you're not using that information to the maximum, what are you even doing? You have people who have told you that, hey, reach out to me if there's something else. So do something about that, because your customer data is like that diamond we always overlook while we are digging for gold. I feel that is one thing. You already have a lot of information, but you don't know how to use it, or you don't even know that exists, that you needs to be used. Data is something that you can use not just on Instagram, you can use it even on WhatsApp. You can even send emails. You can do a lot of things with that. So it is a direct way of engaging your customers. You can use, you can even engage with them on social media. You can send them broadcasts, like Brendan really spoke about Instagram broadcasts. We can also do the WhatsApp broadcast. So everything now has got an omni-channel, right? We make sure that we try to capture a lot of customer touch points. So you're going to have your brand on WhatsApp. You're going to have them on Instagram. You're going to have them on all your social media channels, LinkedIn. You're going to have them on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere you are there. And so are your customers. That means if you're not responding on one channel, they're going to message you on the other. And if you're not there, they're going to message you on the other till you not give a response to them. And definitely we all have that one annoying customer who messages you on all possible channels. So Brendan is he believes, and this is his favorite topic, because he considers me to be that annoying person, which if I don't get my response, I will continue nagging. But Brendan has something that can actually solve this for the businesses. Brendan.
Yes, thank you very much, Kim. Definitely, because what's going to happen is, if I'm talking about any brands out over there, when the customer reaches out to him on any panel, like any platforms, like maybe Instagram, WhatsApp, and all, and if he's not getting a response, he's definitely going to budge you. He's going to reach out to you in multiple channels, right? So, how will a brand identify that one user is coming and using multiple channels and his issue is not resolved?
Mm-hmm.
One way is a CRM system that definitely it's there. If it's that strong and it's integrated with multiple channels out over there, then that's one way where you can get it. But the most effective, the best way how you can do it is and understand exactly it's one user coming from different channel is if your CRM is integrated with Ingati's chatbot. At the same time, Ingati has ability that is called conversational snitching.
Okay.
So I won't go much into technicalities over here. I'll just give a better example. Like, so for example, I'm a brand out over here and Kim reaches out to me on Instagram. Kim reaches out to me on WhatsApp and on my website bot. I can identify that Kim is, you can say, one person using multiple channels out over there and his issues are not being resolved.
Correct.
So I can resolve the issues as the priority.
Right.
Either directly via the chatbot solution, or you can say via a human element, that you can say an agent coming into place, understanding the requirement, resolving.
Correct.
Because if I'm talking about any brand, post-sales plays a very important role, a vital role now.
Yes.
For the brand awareness and the brand growth.
I completely agree with you. And I feel that now you are continuously having solutions to all my problems, right from moving out of Instagram to not getting replies on the product to now even messaging on other channels. And it's so amazing to know how technology really can catch all of this, because 2015 we didn't have all of this, 2010 we didn't have all of this, where technology could really identify. And it is so amazing that we have solutions right now that really take care of this and help businesses to really focus on other things and just leave the customer support, everything to technology. That's so amazing. And I know everyone's here for algorithms. When we say Instagram for business, they are like, please tell us about the algorithms. Yes, Algorithms do play a very important role. And I think automating things just to make your work less so that you can focus on getting the algorithm right plays an important role. So you go on Google and you're going to search algorithms for 2023 on Instagram. You're going to get a lot of information. You are going to be overloaded with a lot of information. And I'm sure you've tried and tested a lot of that. But some of you will still come back to me and say that, hey, we've tried a lot of things, we've changed a lot of things, we've changed the time, we've changed the type of content, we've changed everything, but nothing really seems to work. We can't just get that one thing viral. And yes, there are a lot of things that play a very vital role in letting your post reach to a lot of audiences. We have put together a couple of things which we believe mostly tend to miss out by a lot of us. Number one is the caption. And I will keep repeating this, that make sure your captions have a clear call to action and have a clear description about your product, your service. If there is any offer you're mentioning, make sure it is very clear, because Instagram being a very audio visual kind of platform, nobody really stops to go and checks out the caption until unless they're really interested to. So make sure your captions are very clear if they reach out to you there. Popular hashtags or relevant hashtags. This is something that is a constant fight since Instagram has come into being. And I am a very relevant hashtag kind of a person. I am not going to put 20-25 hashtags about my related product and talk to them about everything. Hashtag this, hashtag that doesn't work. Just put a few handful of relatable and relevant hashtags to your product so you reach the right audience and your product is not just clutter on the internet. It is reaching to your correct customer and it is serving the purpose. Number 3 is post engagement priority. I feel we've tried a lot of things even on Instagram, and we've had a lot of clients and businesses reach out to us telling us about what really worked for them and stuff like that. So here's the priority that we've put. If you really want to get something going viral, try with video first. Try any video content. Maybe it could be a product walkthrough, maybe just showing how to use your product, or maybe just talking about your product, the uses of your product, or hey, just not even doing that, just making it more fun and just showing like a conversation, or just making it humorous about. So video is number 1. Number 2 is reels. Reels is something is very addictive. Like even before we started the webinar, I was like still on my reels. So reels is very addictive, and it has a very positive impact on the scrolling system when you have your clients scrolling through. So reels, number 2. Number 3 is carousels. Carousels are these multiple images that keep scrolling. And I think the most creative ones that I have come across were the ones that have a half image on one image and the other half on the other image. And when I scroll, it's like a whole image. That really catches my attention. And hey, if it catches your attention, the algorithm says if the attention is caught, they will boost it for you. So it actually grabs the attention of the. And the last I would say is a static image. Not really a fan of static images, but yeah, you can try getting very creative with the visual you're using. Another creative thing that comes to my mind is, do you know those posts that say look to the left corner, and then when you do they say look to the bottom right, and then when you do they're like, okay, look at the caption, and then they're like, no, don't look at the caption, look at the comment, and then they're like, no, don't look at the comment, look at the bio. So this is one of the very fun ways to use different kind of content. The next part is the post duration. I would say the higher and long and more detailed you are, but crisp and to the point is a very good positive sign. So don't keep it very lengthy where people are like, okay, this is a long video, I really need to invest my time and energy to understand this. Don't do that. Keep it a decent amount and crisp time. Geotags is very underrated. Geotags are the tags that you put for your photos that depending on the location. So even if supposing your store is somewhere, say in the US or somewhere in maybe one particular location, you put the tag to that photo. So what really happens is when users really search about trending things that are happening in the locality, that pops up because, hey, this was also happening at this particular region. And I think that is one thing that really, and this was fun because when we were discussing these notes, and when I was talking to Brendan about geotags, and I was like, hey, we're going to talk about this, he was like, no way, this was not even a thing. He just thought that it is just a feature that you could add and couldn't help the algorithm. So, Brendan, hey, you're it.
Yeah, I didn't know about that. Like, since you mentioned about it, I definitely need to try this out. I'm sorry I didn't try on this.
You have to, like, there are a lot of things missing. So like we said, we're just trying to give you things that you could miss out. And the last one is when you reply to the people commenting on your post, make sure it is more conversative rather than it just being answers to the question, right? Make it more conversative. Ask them something else, ask them about the details instead of just saying, hey, check your DM for that. Make the comment section a little more engaging. Ask them like a fun tip. Ask them to tag someone. Ask them to share the post on their story, so on and so forth. So here are a few things that we believe are the things that mostly tend to get missed out because the algorithm triggers a lot of things. It's not just one thing that you change that really matters. There are a lot of things. But if you keep trying different things, and hey, we will keep you updated if we come to know about different things that really works. And if you have found something that has worked for you and that we've not mentioned or you think really matters and has helped you, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Tell us about it. Tell us on social media. Put a post about it. Tag me, tag Brendan, tag Engati. Tell us that, hey, this is what we've done and this is what was the result. You should try it out. We would love to have a community like that where we are actually helping out each other. And that is the end goal of Engati. We really don't want to force solutions and buy this product. We don't want to do that. We really want to just talk to you and find out what is really working for you, help you if we can to do that. So that comes up with the bonus section of this round is drop your Insta handles in the comments, and we'll pick up the top 2-3, and we're going to create a free Instagram bot just for you. We will also create personalized tips that you could try out, maybe change about the post, the way you are actually dealing with your store right now. And yes, that's pretty much it. I am going to drop in the resource link. Like we always give you the fun resource link where we are going to share the top 3 articles, which you try to compile everything, the automation, the marketing, the strategies, the algorithms, everything under these articles. And I'm sure after reading them, you will definitely have something to take back. And I'm sure this was definitely not a waste for you. So pull out your phones quickly. I'm going to give you a few seconds to scan this while we open the grounds for any questions that we have for Brendan, for myself, for Engati, anything that we can help you with. Okay, we've already started to receive questions. Brendan, the first one. The broadcast on WhatsApp works with people who save your number. How does this work on Instagram? You are on mute, Brendan. I'm sorry. Yeah, technical things.
Yeah. Sorry. Thank you very much. So if I'm talking about broadcast, definitely you can broadcast on WhatsApp, as you rightly know about it. But if I'm talking about Instagram automation, Instagram has this feature of re-engaging your customers. Let's assume that that's the major, you can say, trick that I had given you, when you can reach out to a specific store out over there.
Mm-hmm.
You reach out to them, you have any questions, ask them out. And within a 24 hours window, you can definitely re-engage with your customers to understand where exactly what doubts do they have. Are they interested in a specific product? Are they looking out for multiple other products, or products in the similar lines, like a recommendation model?
Correct.
I hope that answers your question.
Yes, definitely. Nikita, if there's anything else, you can just drop it below. The next question is, can we have live chat on Instagram?
Definitely. The idea of giving a live chat is because again, any chatbot has to be, you can say, a hybrid model, right?
Yes.
Because I totally agree to a fact that automation has to be there, but definitely a human element plays a vital role out over here.
Yes.
So again, in Ingati, we are giving, you can say, a live chat access, wherein you can say 80 to 90% of the conversations has been handled by the chatbot. Whenever a human element is needed, that's when a chatbot itself notifies, you can say, an agent that, okay, this is a conversation, you can say, or the customer is having this doubt out. Do you want me to answer it or would you take it up? So we have a drop down option out over there.
That is awesome. The next question is, what are some common mistakes to avoid while using the Instagram bot for marketing?
So it depends on the brands altogether. How are they setting the bot? Because bot plays a very important role. Again, it's a AI bot because it's similar to format wherein you are hiring an employee, training him to work. So in the same way, in the same format, you need to train a bot that these are the type of persona of people are coming in. Because again, a chatbot is similar like a baby. You
Correct.
feed it information, that's how it knows, that's how it handles things.
Correct. The next question is, will Instagram chatbot help me with lead generation? Very good question.
Definitely. It helps you with lead generation. It even qualifies the type of leads. As in when I'm interacting with the bot, right? Down over here, I say, okay, I'm looking out into a specific segment.
Mm-hmm.
What color am I looking out for? What type of you can say, if it's an apparel, if it's in, you can say, a jewelry, connecting the dots out. Like if I'm talking about an apparel segment, I like a kurta. Then I have a, you can say, a pant that's followed by that. Would you? It's a recommendation algorithm that comes. If I'm buying, you can say, a necklace. Would I go for a earring,
Uh-huh.
a ring? So these are the parameters. So it's a mixed strategy that comes into play. Wherein I'm strategizing, I'm selling a product, I'm trying to cross sell the customer as well.
Yes, that is a very nice way of dealing with the situation. Another question we have is, to whom can we send the broadcast to, and how do we actually go about that? So we've really answered about this. We've answered about how we can really send that, but Brennan is quickly going to tell you how to and to whom exactly you can send the broadcast to.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that question, Kim.
To whom can we send the broadcast to?
Mhm. So if I'm talking about the broadcast, it can be sent to anyone. Again, broadcast does not have any limitations or a threshold. As
Okay.
in when a user has any doubts, he reaches out to you on Instagram as a medium. We can definitely reach out to them, clear the doubts out. We can ask the bot to do it.
That is awesome. Let me see if we have questions. Just a minute more. What are some common mistakes? We've answered that. And I think, yes, Brendan, I think we have saved it. We've kind of answered everything. So, hey, I hope this was fun. And I really hope you've gotten a lot of information from this. If not, if you still have to go through the resource blog, go through that and let us know if there's anything that we can help you with. We are available on LinkedIn. You have our email IDs. You can just reach out to me, to Brendan, to Engati, anyone. And we are so happy to have you, to host you and answer all your questions, maybe help you with a couple of things. And that's pretty much it. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this fun session. And here's what you need to keep in mind: the 3CA, what I've actually kind of noted down from my entire preparation of the research and everything going into Instagram is, you need to be consistent on Instagram. You need to have your captions in place. You need to be creative. And 4, automation. So, with that, I will see you very soon in this month with another fun conversation that we're going to have. And thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for joining and supporting us. Always, thank you. The constant always who are always attending our webinar. Thank you so much for reaching out to us. Thank you for those lovely messages you sent after the webinar that it was fun and you really enjoyed and it was helpful. It really motivates us to keep doing these kind of collaborations with you. And that is me signing off, and I will see you soon.
Definitely, definitely. Thank you very much, guys, for joining in. And if you all have any doubts which we have missed on right now in this webinar, you can feel free to reach out to us on LinkedIn. I am most happy to clear all your doubts out. Don't worry on that. And if needed, we can get on a call as well.
Awesome. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
guys.
We will see you soon.
See you. Bye bye. Take
Have a
care.
nice day. Bye bye.